Hey guys, that felt so weird. What's up, everybody? I don't even know where to look. I don't know if I should look here, if I should look there. I feel like I haven't done this in so freaking long that I don't even know what I'm doing. It's been years. You're probably wondering, where the fuck have you been? I've just been really busy just working my ass off and just, I guess, living. I don't know. Would you even consider that living? Maybe not. I was planning on quitting my job tomorrow, and they beat me to the punch and they fired me today. I guess we're having a little firing party. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. First things first, let's go ahead and catch up. So, have y'all seen my hair? It's really long and it's getting even longer. I'm getting that itch to cut it again, but I'm really scared because I tried to get my short hair, that you guys have seen before, and somebody botched it so bad and I looked like a Karen. And I was just crying endlessly because I couldn't. My hair was so short, I couldn't put it up. And the shortest layer was just like, you could see my neck. I could feel the breeze. It was so bad. I got fired today, so what does that mean? Let me kind of explain how I got here, okay? I did this RBT, registered behavior technician thing for maybe about a year and a few months or something like that. And then after that, I was like, okay, it's time for me to move on. I didn't really like the environment. There's just a lot of things where I just wasn't okay with. I loved my job, don't get me wrong, but a lot of parents just didn't give a fuck. And sometimes I didn't really like the place I worked at, so I quit, put my 2 weeks in. They slapped me with a fat NDA, so I was like, damn, it's like that, huh? And it just left a really nasty taste in my mouth, so I kind of didn't want to go back to that industry. I gotta put my big girl pants on and just go get a job that's gonna make me a lot of money, even though it might not be something I want to do. I saw a job ad for what sounded like a car sales position, but it wasn't. It was a product specialist, and once I found that out and they told me it was like $16 an hour, I said, no thank you, but thank you. And they're like, so if not a product specialist, what would you want to be? And I said, well, sales, duh. So anyways, I got the job. I don't know how I my way into it, but I did. And I earned my place. I was doing really well. I was outshining some of the guys, and it was just fun competition. And that's kind of where I got my first taste of luxury vehicles. And it, like, sales, when I say it, literally changed my life. I was able to send my mom money, pay off things, just do a lot of things, travel, pay for other stuff. I don't know, it's just, like, the list goes on. Sales literally changed my life. I got braces. I was able to get my smile corrected, so that's a blessing in itself. My shit was fucked up, and you don't believe me? Bruh, it's crazy that I'm just calling myself out like this because, like I said, it was really fucking embarrassing. Anyways, Dr. Koenig, if anybody wants to see him in Austin, is fucking phenomenal. Oh my god, there's so many things I have to catch y'all up on. But anyways, I don't want this video to be super, super long. I just wanted to check in with you guys, say, hey, I'm here. I want to create. I feel as if the universe has been nudging me here and there to come back to, this creator space. Why? Because I haven't posted a video in, 6 years? I don't even know how long, and I still continue to get new followers. And I think that's really random. I mean, I really appreciate it. Like, I love it. I appreciate you guys following me. I think that's amazing. But I don't know why you're doing it. And that just kind of tells me, it's a little reminder, like, hey, there's people out there that kind of give a fuck about what you have to say, or maybe you don't care what I say. Maybe you just want to see my face. Whatever it is, I'm here for it. Hi, my name is Amanda, and welcome to my YouTube page. This is just, kind of a little reminder to everybody that it's time to create, it's time to give back and work on what you're passionate about, even though it might seem really fucking stupid. I had this really kind person pop up on my Instagram, and this was years ago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, her name is Latoya, and she's just so sweet. And she reached out and she goes, hey, there's just a few things that I'm just so curious about, and maybe you could post it on your next video, like maybe some other people would like to know about it. And I said, sure, girl, why not? So Her first question is, and I'm gonna put it up here. Like most of the world, I'm sure we all want to know how things are going with your siblings and dad in the year of 2021. So to answer that, my siblings and I have grown so much more closer, and that's something else that's a whole nother story. We've gone on trips together, and you know, they have their own lives and everyone's really busy, but they're a part of my life. And I have, 4 brothers and a sister, so I have 5 whole siblings and 5 additional families that I get to add, and I don't know, it's just been amazing. My father, on the other hand, still wants nothing to do with me, but that's okay. That's okay. It doesn't matter. I feel like I already got what I wanted out of the situation, which, what the fuck does that mean? You know, I proved that was my father. That was kind of the whole point of the situation. I just wanted to know who for sure, DNA, was my dad. Just because who the fuck doesn't want to know where they came from? When you finally met one of your brothers for the first time and you guys went out for lunch, did he share any pictures with you of your family? Did you figure out who you look like, or do you resemble any of your siblings? So, yes and yes. So, the first time I met with one of my brothers, it was my brother Joel. He came to San Antonio to visit me. Of course, we kind of went over some like basic stuff, but the real nitty gritty happened when I flew into Puerto Rico for my birthday, February 2024. Everybody was there, and we celebrated my little sister and my birthday together because our birthdays are like a week and a half apart. So anyways, they were all waiting for me, and we threw a party, and yes, we started sharing a bunch of pictures, and we started talking about, you know, things we might have in common, family illnesses. You know, I just started asking a bunch of things because, again, this is the first time I get to speak with the other side. We do have a lot of similarities. I do look like, there is, I think, an uncle of mine, or technically cousin, who he could be my dad. He clearly passes my dad. Next question. Were you finally able to get your last name changed? Yes. So this was a huge thing for me. I got my last name changed. It took, honestly, I feel like it didn't take as long as I thought. Changing your last name is really not a big process, like a long process. You can really change your name to Strawberry Bubblegum Princess if you wanted to, and you don't really need to have a reason. You know, they just do like a security check just to make sure you're not wanted in any other country. You know, why are you trying to change your last name for, type of stuff like that. But it was a super easy process, and obviously I wanted to wait to make sure, because I would have felt like an idiot changing my last name and then not being my dad. That would have been the biggest L of the century. Can you imagine that? Fourth and last question. How has life been for you since your big move? Do you feel better after leaving San Antonio? So it's 2026. I left San Antonio in 2020. So it's been about 6 years. Don't get me wrong, there's some things that you know, Austin, it has its things, but I love Austin. I've been able to kind of find my own area per se, like where I like to hang out, where I like to go. You know, I found a trail that I really like and I really enjoy. I've really gotten into running. I did a 5K, a 10K, and I'm hoping to do a half marathon sometime soon here. A full marathon, I don't think my knees could do it. I mean, even when I do a 10K, just one of my knees, my right knee is just like killing me. So I don't think a marathon or anything like that would be something possible. But fuck yeah, I would love to. When I get into biking, again, there's been so much that has happened in between, like in all these years. I don't know if there's anything specific that you would like for me to talk about, or if there's anything that you guys want to know, but it's open, whatever y'all want to ask. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to start creating, and I don't know what my niche is. I don't know. I mean, I have a badass car. I love driving fast, and people have told me maybe you should make like a car YouTube, but I just feel like that's kind of like imposter-ish. It just doesn't feel like my thing. I love music. I love cars. What can I do with that? I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's brainstorm. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, like, the real reason, like, deep down, biggest reason why I kind of didn't come back for a long time. In my sexual assault video, I know you guys don't want to fucking hear about it, but I'm gonna take down that video in a little bit. I feel like it served its purpose. I've helped people. I've been interviewed a few times. It did its purpose, and I'm so fucking thankful that it did. But at the same time, I've received so much fucking hate from that video. Everything under the sun. And do you know how fucking hurtful that is? Anyways, I love you guys. Spread love, spread positivity. That's really all we got. So I'll see you guys soon. I don't want to get a copyright, so here goes nothing.
Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, 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 whoa.